Me?
Yeah.
No, he picks it up.
Oh.
Usually we phone order and we just pick it up. It's from the design. That's the best one.
Part-time? You take any time off between gigs?
You know what? Sometimes that's more telling about people than anything else.
It is. Want me to check?
I thought I heard it a couple times too, but
He's just messing with me.
Big book and package.
What time is lunch there?
here to door. I think that's summer.
I can get up and move back down here behind me.
Like, so you're on a different schedule.
You clean up nice.
Hey, Joe.
Okay, ready? Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to call the May 17th, 2021 Crest Hill City Council meeting to order. If everyone would please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please, Chris.
Ray Solomon.
Here.
Glenn Conklin.
Present.
Scott Dyke.
Here.
John Verche.
Here.
Darrell Jefferson.
Here.
Claudia Gazal.
Here.
Tina Oberlin.
Present.
Mark Sapedi.
Here.
Nate Albert.
Here.
Joe Kubal.
Here.
Thank you.
Okay, first on the agenda is the minutes from the regular Crest Hill City Council meeting held on May 3rd, 2021. Motion would be in order.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderwoman Gazal, seconded by Alderman Jefferson for the approval of the minutes of the May 3rd, 2021 Crest Hill City Council meeting. Questions or comments?
Mayor, just one correction. Father Burdell's name is spelled incorrectly on here.
Okay, motion with the correction and the second, okay? Yes? Claudia?
Yes.
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 Yep.
Okay, roll call, please. Roll call.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you had a correction. Scott Dyke.
Yes.
John Verche.
Yes.
Darrell Jefferson.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Mark Sapedi.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Joe Kubal.
Yes.
Motion carries.
You also have before you the minutes of the work session, which was held on May 10th, 2021. Motion would be in order.
So move. Second.
Motion by Alderman Jefferson, seconded by Alderman Dyke for the approval of the minutes of the May 10th work session. Questions or comments?
I would like to add an amendment, a little correction. By the water presentation topic, what it says, City Alderwoman Gazelle said, I would like to amend. They also stated that we need a survey to the resident. I would like that on record.
What page, Claudia?
That will be BG page 2 and 3. It starts at page 2 and ends on page 3.
Okay, to the motioner and to the second with the corrections.
Yes.
Okay, roll call, please.
Just to let you know, we have one other one on roll call who was in attendance. That was caught also.
The first one.
No, on the work session.
Okay, go ahead.
John Verche.
Yes.
Darrell Jefferson.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Mark Sapedi.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Joe Kubal.
Yes.
And Scott Dyke.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion carries.
Okay, I would ask for council's concurrence to deviate to the mayor's report
And the agenda item, a resolution honoring Joseph L. Pezzavento on his retirement as sergeant from the City of Crest Hill Police Department. There are several guests in the audience here this evening, so we will begin with the reading of the resolution by Alderman Dyke.
Resolution number 1103, a resolution honoring Joseph L. Pezzavento on his retirement as sergeant from the City of Crest Hill Police Department. Whereas Joseph L. Pezzavento began his career on September 15th, 1980 as a patrolman for the City of Crest Hill Police Department, and
whereas Joseph L. Pezzavento, over the course of his career, was assigned to Investigations Unit and was one of the founding members of the Will County Gang Unit, and was promoted to sergeant on August 16, 1995, and
whereas Joseph L. Pezzavento, over the course of his 39 and a half years of service, has received numerous awards, recognitions, and commendations from both our police department and from citizens, and
whereas Joseph L. Pezzavento received the Crest Hill Police Department Life Saving Award on May 27, 2018, the Lockport Fire Department EMS Excellence Award in 2019, and the State of Illinois 101 Street General Assembly House Representative Excellence Award in 2019 for successfully conducting CPR on a male infant that was not breathing, and
Whereas Joseph L. Pezzavento, over the course of his career, received 3 medals of merit, was awarded by his peers as Police Officer of the Year in 1990 and 2009, and was awarded Supervisor of the Year in 2010, 2015, and 2020, and
whereas Joseph L. Pezzavento retired from the City of Crest Hill Police Department on May 4th, 2020, and has, during his 39 and a half years of service, protected and secured the safety of all Crest Hill residents. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Mayor and City Council of the City of Crest Hill, Will County, Illinois, as follows.
Section 1. The Mayor and City Council of the City of Crest Hill wish to express their heartfelt gratitude and profound expression of thanks to Joseph L. Pezzavento for his dedicated years of service to the citizens of Crest Hill. Section 2. The Mayor and the City Council extend their best wishes to Joseph L. Pezzavento for a productive and joyous future and for his continued success in whatever endeavor he chooses.
The Crest Hill City Clerk is directed to forward a certified copy of this resolution to Joseph L. Pezzavento and make the original of this resolution available to members of the general public during normal business hours at the City of Crest Hill City Clerk's office. Resolved the 17th day of May, 2021. Raymond R. Solomon, Mayor. Christine Verche Hall, City Clerk.
so moved as presented.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderwoman Oberlin, seconded by Alderman Albert, for the approval of a resolution honoring Joseph L. Pezzavento on his retirement as sergeant from the City of Crest Hill Police Department. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Darrell Jefferson,
yes.
Claudia Gazal.
yes,
Tina Oberlin,
Yes,
Mark Sepiti,
Yes.
Nate Albert,
Yes.
Joe Coolall,
Yes.
Scott Dyke,
Yes.
John Verche.
yes,
Motion carries, and again, Resolution 1103.
I would like to say that Joe Pezzavento is the longest-serving police officer in the City of Crest Hill's history at 39 and a half years. A record that I don't think will ever be beat by anyone. Almost 40 years, 4 months shy of 40 years of service to this city. I will tell you that by the show of support that he has here from many of his family members, many of his co-workers that are here tonight, shows how much Joe was valued as a police officer in the City of Crest Hill. I've known Joe for a long, long time. I will tell you, he's a great neighbor, he's a great friend, and he was one heck of a police officer for this city for almost 40 years. And I know that he is missed by his peers and by a lot of the residents that he dealt with over those years. But he always handled himself with class, with dignity, with professionalism. Never got a bad report from anyone about Joe. So Joe, if you please join me here at the podium. On behalf of all the residents of the city of Crest Hill, certainly want to thank you for your commitment, your dedication, your service, your loyalty to the city of Crest Hill and to this police department. All of the people that you helped with all the awards and the medals, all the different things you did in investigations, in the gang unit, the life-saving award that you have. And I'm sure there's a multitude of other things that you've also received. I'm sure every one of those people that you dealt with were grateful to them for helping them out. And I'm certainly grateful to have you as a good friend. So I certainly want to present a copy of this resolution to you so you can have it. And I want to wish you well in all of your future endeavors. Unfortunately, when Joe did retire almost a year ago, it was at the height of COVID. And we didn't know where we were standing with masks, vaccinations, and everything else. And we didn't want to do a disservice to Joe virtually at the time. So that's why we're a year late. We're actually a year and 2 weeks late from when he retired. But we knew that he would have a lot of people here today. We wanted to give him his proper send-off. Apologize about the lateness, but COVID kind of turned the world upside down. So I hope that you please accept this on behalf of all the residents of the city of Crest Hill. God bless you. Now I'd like to introduce our Police Chief, Ed Clark, for a presentation from the Police Department.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Come here tonight, it's a little late, as the Mayor said, to honor Joe. We really wanted to, and it just seemed like the pandemic just kept dragging on, and we had to put it off until we could do so. Joe's 39, this much close to 40 years. He really was the picture of an American peace officer. He's done a great job for us. I learned a lot from him. He was a great service to the community. Everybody knew Joe Pez, and they knew him as a friend and somebody to help. So he did a fantastic job. I can't thank you enough for all your years of service. So I have a couple things for Joe. The union also has something they're going to present at a later date for him too as well. So first thing is his retirement badge. For Joe, it's got your ID in it. So that's for your recognition. The other thing is your years of service medal. That's for you as well. And the third thing I have is just from the police department. Officially, it's a plaque just recognizing his 39 years of service to the city of Crest Hill. It's quite an achievement. He had a standard of excellence for many years. Very dedicated, always could count on Joe. So, again, I appreciate it very much from myself and the police department.
Thanks, everybody. I'll keep this short. I really appreciate everybody coming. My family's here. My sister Lisa, her husband Mike, my brother Mike, my girlfriend Ann, Laura, my brother Dan, all city council members, my wife, my son, Chief, Brad, really anybody can make it here. Timmy, I see Timmy's here, Amber, Jane. I couldn't do a lot of things without them, and they pretty much kept me in check with a lot of stuff that needed to be updated, and they helped me out a lot on the computer because everybody knows I was computer illiterate. And all to the young guys, especially on my shift before I left, they helped me out a lot with the computer system that we had to use every day. The clerks across the hall, I'd go for them for information also. And they helped me out a lot too when I had to track somebody down. But just everybody on the council here that I've known for a long time, and I appreciate every one of you. I do miss this place, I'm not going to lie, and I'm just glad everybody could make it that's here tonight. I guess that's it.
Anybody from city council like to make any comments?
I certainly would. I remember when my son was little and I was raising him alone, and how you reached out and you were just such a wonderful friend to him, advising him. You took the time. You didn't have to do any of that. And I still remember how grateful I was when he had an incident on the bus when he was attacked as a young child. And he didn't fight back because I told him not to. And somebody was trying to choke him. And you came over and you talked to him and you were so kind. And I will never forget that. I want you to know I will never forget that kindness that you showed my son and myself in our time. And you are 1 in a million, buddy, 1 in a million, okay? Thank you for everything.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Joe. I don't know what you're gonna do now. You're gonna be lost probably. As long as you don't get up early and go to work at 6 o'clock in the
I'll still
morning.
go by your house.
Congratulations again. Thanks for what you did for the city.
Thank you.
Hey, Joe, I just want to make sure I got this date right. September 15th, 1980. It's just a few months before I was born.
Thanks for reminding me.
But I do recall vividly, you would be out catching the high rate of speeders on Caton Farm Road, and we'd ride our bikes over, see you in the parking lot, me and my neighbors, and you'd sit and just hang out and chat with us while you were doing your job. And it really did have an impact on my life to know that there are a lot of good police officers out there. So thank you for your many, many years of service to the city. Thank you.
Thank you.
Joe, where do I start? I met you way before I became an alderman. When I was selling homes and the homes were vandalized and we have graffiti and you were always there on any call. For 2 years I was harassed by an individual and you were there for me. I was close to a nervous breakdown because of the harassment and the craziness, but you were there, you sat, you took the time, you filled up many reports for me. You know I had a little girl and you were there. You're the type of police where I get a call 2 o'clock in the morning, your garage door is open. So you are missed. We missed you. We really missed you. Even the neighbors are like, what happened to that one cop? I'm like, he retired. But we're hiding in case you're looking for a job again. Thank you. Thank you for everything. You're special to me, very special. I appreciate everything you've done for me and my family and for my neighborhood. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joe, for all your years of service, dedication to the city, its residents, the police department. You were a shining star out there. Everyone knew you. You were well respected and liked, and it goes a long way. Not many people can stay at one job 39 years, let alone being a police officer at one job. So really thank you for all you've done for this community. Thanks again, and congratulations on your retirement.
Thanks, I appreciate it. I was happy to work for Crest, believe me, and it was hard to go.
And one more thing to your wife Nancy and to son Chad. Thanks for the sacrifices that both of you made too, because I know there was a lot of midnight shifts, there was a lot of crazy shifts, there was a lot of overtime, and I'm sure that you missed a lot of events. But I want you to know that over the 39 and a half years, those sacrifices were not in vain, that he did improve the quality of life for this city over the last 40 years. So thank you for the sacrifices that the family made also, but again, it was not in vain. And if anybody from any of the family members, Nancy or Chad, anybody wants to come up and say anything, please step to the podium and feel free to say whatever you'd like about Joe.
Especially Joe.
How many years is that for you two?
We got married the day before we started.
Oh, really?
We got married September 14th, so we got 2 life sentences.
Still going on.
Anybody? All right. Congratulations, Joe, and thanks for everything.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you.
Thank you
Appreciate
again.
your support.
Okay, we are going to go back to the agenda items, and we will go to our city administrator, Heather McGuire. Good evening, Heather.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I have several agenda items this evening for approval. The first was discussed at last week's work session. It is a resolution extending retiree health insurance to the sworn police department administration. This would extend the terms of the collective bargaining agreement for the Metropolitan Alliance of Police to those sworn officers in the administration, and it would mirror the provisions that are in that agreement. If at any time that provision is ever removed, then that would also be removed from extension to the administration.
Let's wait until they clear the room first. How's that? Okay, does anybody need Heather's report to be repeated, or are we?
So
good?
moved as presented.
Second.
Okay, a motion by Alderman Albert, seconded by Alderwoman Overland for the approval of the resolution extending retiree health insurance to sworn police department administration, which was discussed at last week's work session. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Claudia Gazal,
Yes.
Tina Oberlin,
Yes.
Mark Sepiti,
Yes.
Nate Albert,
Yes.
Joe Kubal,
Yes.
Scott Dyke,
Yes.
John Verche,
Yes.
Darrell Jefferson.
Yes.
Motion carries, resolution 1104.
Thank you. The next item I have for approval was discussed in the March work sessions regarding the city center. This would be approval for the flooring purchase through Flooring First in the amount of $216,905.36. And just for clarification, this is approval for the purchase of the materials only. The installation will still be bid out.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderman Albert, seconded by Alderman Sepiti for the approval of the city center flooring purchase through Flooring First. Again, this was discussed at a work session also. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Tina Oberlin,
Yes.
Mark Sepiti,
Yes.
Nate Albert,
Yes.
Joe Kubal,
Yes.
Scott Dyke,
Yes.
John Verche,
Yes.
Darrell Jefferson,
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Motion carries, resolution 1105.
Thank you. The next item is approval of a resolution waiving bid and authorizing execution of a proposal for Milestone Video Management System at the City Center. This was the result of a extensive presentation regarding security software for the new City Center. So I'm seeking approval on that this evening in the amount of $90,563.
So moved as presented.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderwoman Overland, seconded by Alderman Dyke for the approval of a resolution waiving bid and authorizing execution of a proposal for Milestone Video Management System at the City Center Video Surveillance. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Mark Sepiti,
Yes.
Nate Albert,
Yes.
Joe Kubal,
Yes.
Scott Dyke,
Yes.
John Verche,
Yes.
Darrell Jefferson,
Yes.
Claudia Gazal,
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Motion carries, 1106.
Thank you. And the final item I had this evening is approval of the cost of living adjustment as well as the merit increases for the non-union staff. This was approved as part of the budget, but we were waiting for the final numbers from the April CPI to come in regarding the cost of living. That came in at an average rate of 1.408% for the prior fiscal year, and that would be in addition to the 2% merit-based increase for all non-union staff.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderwoman Gazal, seconded by Alderman Jefferson for the cost of living adjustments and merit increases for non-union staff. And again, this was approved and discussed during the budget process. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Nate Albert,
Yes.
Joe Kubal,
Yes.
Scott Dyke,
Yes.
John Verche,
Yes.
Darrell Jefferson,
Yes.
Claudia Gazal,
Yes.
Tina Oberlin,
Yes.
Mark Sepiti.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. That was the final item I had for approval this evening. The informational report is on file, and for council's knowledge, we have hired 2 out of the 3 Public Works Department employees that are retiring, or replacing our retirees. So we will hopefully get them up and running before the winter season as well, and we'll be working on that 3rd one. Be happy to answer any questions this evening.
Any questions of City Administrator? Okay, thanks, Heather. Moving on to Public Works Department, our interim Public Works Director, Mark Seifert. Good evening, Mark.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. The only thing I have on the agenda for tonight is an agreement for general services regarding the alternative water supply evaluations. At the May 10th council workshop, we discussed in detail with Strand here, presenting 3 options for further review for council. Those 3 options would be to stay on the current water source and treat for potential contaminants, stay at one site, stay on the current water source and treat for potential contaminants at multiple sites, or the city to look into joining a regional water commission with the surrounding communities led by the city of Joliet. I'm asking for approval of a $49,190 contract with Strand to investigate and compare these 3 options for future water supplies.
So moved as presented.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderwoman Overland, seconded by Alderwoman Gazal, for the approval of an agreement for general services regarding alternative water supply evaluations by Strand and Associates at a cost not to exceed $49,190. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Joe Kubal,
Yes.
Scott Dyke,
Yes.
John Verche.
Yes.
Darrell Jefferson.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Mark Sepiti.
Yes.
And Nate Albert.
Yes.
Thank you, motion carries.
That is all I have for tonight, and I would be happy to answer any questions.
Any questions of Public Works? All right, thanks, Mark. Moving on, Community Development Department, you have 2 reports in your packet. One is for the April code enforcement, and the other one is for the April issued permit fees report. Maura will be here tomorrow. If you have any questions, she'll be certainly available to answer any of them. Police Department, our Police Chief Ed Clark. Good evening.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. This evening, I do not have anything on the agenda. I would just like to update City Council on our hiring process right now for police officer. Right now, I have one candidate that has gone through all the phases of the process. She is currently our community service officer, so she's going to be changing uniforms and set to attend the academy on June 21st. The second candidate has 2 more steps in the process to go, and I hope to have that person hired and attending the academy on the 21st. Other than that, I will entertain any questions.
Any questions of the Police Department? Okay, thanks, Chief.
Thank you.
Moving on to the Mayor's report, I have several agenda items this evening. A lot of them are appointments. The first one we have before you is an employment agreement between the City of Crest Hill and Heather M. McGuire as our City Administrator. Again, this agreement will run with the term of the Mayor for 4 years until May of 2025. This is actually the same agreement that was for the past 4 years. I believe that we did discuss this at the last work session. I believe that Heather McGuire is the right person to continue as City Administrator at the City of Crest Hill. So I would recommend and ask for your concurrence for the approval of the agreement you have before you, and a motion would be in order.
So moved, Mayor.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderman Albert, seconded by Alderwoman Gazal, for the employment agreement between the City of Crest Hill, Illinois, and Heather M. McGuire to run concurrently with the term of the Mayor until May of 2025. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
John Verche.
Yes.
Darrell Jefferson.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Mark Sepiti.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Joe Kubal.
Yes.
Thank you, motion carries.
The next agenda item that I have is the employment agreement between the City of Crest Hill, Illinois, and Edward L. Clark III. Again, this was discussed last Monday night at the City Council work session. Again, this is the exact same agreement that Ed signed back in 2017. This is a 4-year agreement that will run concurrently with the term of the Mayor until May of 2025. Again, Ed has done a fantastic job as the leader of the Police Department. I feel he is the right choice to continue for the next 4 years as Police Chief in the City of Crest Hill. Therefore, I recommend the employment agreement between the City of Crest Hill, Illinois, and Edward L. Clark to run concurrently with the term of the Mayor to expire in May of 2025. I ask for a motion.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderman Jefferson, seconded by Alderman Verche, for the approval of the employment agreement between the City of Crest Hill and Edward L. Clark III. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Mark Sepiti.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Joe Kubal.
Yes.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
John Burchett.
Yes.
Darrell Jefferson.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, next on the agenda is appointment of Public Works Director. And again, this was discussed last Monday night at the work session also. Mayor's recommendation is to appoint Mark Seifert as Director of Public Works.
So moved.
Hang on, just a little background information first. Mark began employment with the city of Crest Hill in 2006 as a part-time employee. He became a full-time employee in the fall of 2010. Over the course of his time with the city of Crest Hill and his education, he has ascertained all of the licenses that are due for both water and sewer. And he's also ascertained his master's degree. I will tell you that I'm going to say the same thing that I said last Monday night at the work session, that I have been impressed with Mark over the last 10 months. I have been impressed with Mark actually for the 6 months before that also of what he did for the city of Crest Hill, even before that he had the interim term for the last 10 months. Mark has showed me that he has a very strong work ethic many times, and I'm sure that City Council has seen this too on a lot of the calls. He's first on the scene. He has shown a strong sense of responsibility to his employment here and to the residents of the city of Crest Hill. And I will tell you that I have also been impressed over the last 18 months of how quick he responds to a problem that is brought before him, not only by myself, but I know by many of the residents and by members of this city council also. Mark has shown that he has not been afraid to get his hands dirty, and I believe that he has earned the respect of the crew that he has dealt with in a management position as interim for the last 18 months. As a young man, he has proven to me that he can meet the challenges of this city going forward. I do not feel there is a need to look anywhere elsewhere. I believe we have the right choice, the right person to be the Public Works Director in the city of Crest Hill, sitting right in this room right now. He is, in my opinion, the right person for this job. So I recommend to the City Council, and I ask for City Council's concurrence to appoint Mark Seifert as Director of Crest Hill Public Works Department. Starting salary will be $115,000, and he will also have the liberty of taking home a city vehicle, along with all of the other privileges and benefits that he has received also for the last 10 years as a full-time employee, and I would ask for a motion.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderman Dyke, seconded by Alderman Albert, for the approval of Mark Seifert as Director of Public Works in the city of Crest Hill. Questions or comments before roll call? Roll call, please.
John Burchett.
Yes.
Darrell Jefferson.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Mark Sepiti.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Joe Kubal.
Yes.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion carries.
I just want to say congratulations to Mark. I know you have a lot of family members here. I'll let you make the introductions there. But I know that Mark's going to continue to do a great job for the city of Crest Hill. I think that everybody knows his heart is in this city. His heart is in this job that he has done for the last 15 years for this city. So I look for a long relationship with you also. And again, you are the right choice, and I'm glad the council has concurred with that also. Congratulations. It's all yours.
First off, thank you, Mayor and Council, for this, not only for these last 8 months, but for the last 11 years that I've been here full-time, and then 4 years before that as part-time. Every time I've been at council meetings, it's been truly a pretty easy experience to work with everyone up there at the dais. First of all, my wife Jackie, because as you know, you probably don't get many more emails from anybody at 2 a.m. or 4 a.m. than me. So obviously someone's at home watching the kids. So I do want to thank her for allowing me to leave and be out there helping the residents. Thank my parents who are also in attendance. My dad just retired from the same job after 44 years. So with Pez at 39, my dad at 44, believe me, I want to continue at the same place for as long as I humanly can. So thank you for the showing me the way to stay at the same place and do a great job. But it's kind of apropos that this is the start of Public Works Week. I want to thank my staff. Truly, these guys I came up with, I worked with them. We've gone into a lot of problems and a lot of main breaks and a lot of snowstorms, and we've always come out on the other side. So without the staff we have and some of the knowledge that they've installed into me, I wouldn't be able to do the things I can. So thank you very much.
Jackie, Lynn, Dave, any comments? Please. All right. All right. Next on the agenda under the mayor's report is a plan commission appointment. And again, this was discussed, and actually the applicant was here last week at the work session. Mr. Jeff Peterson, who is a Ward 2 resident, would fulfill the term of Linda Streisig, who had to resign due to some serious health issues that she is experiencing. So the appointment would be for 1 year, which would expire on May 1st, 2022. I would ask for approval of the appointment of Mr. Jeff Peterson to be appointed to the Crest Hill Plan Commission.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderwoman Gazal, seconded by Alderman Jefferson for the appointment of Jeff Peterson to the Crest Hill Plan Commission. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Tina Oberlin,
Yes.
Mark Sepiti,
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Joe Kubal,
Yes.
Scott Dyke,
Yes.
John Burchett.
Yes.
Darrell Jefferson.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Thank you, motion carries.
Okay, that is it for the agenda items for the mayor. If there are any questions, I'll try to answer them. Hearing none, we'll move along to our city clerk's report. Our city clerk, Christine Burchett Hall. Good evening, Chris.
Good evening, thank you. We have a request for a block party on Essex Court, and they are seeking council's approval to have this party on Saturday, August 14th at 12 noon until 11 p.m. and is asking to close off Essex Court to the intersection of Boreal Drive.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Alderwoman Gazal, seconded by Alderman Jefferson for the approval of the block party for August 14th, 2021 on Essex Court. Questions or comments?
They do this every year, so it's the same thing.
Roll call, please.
Mark Sepiti,
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Joe Kubal.
Yes.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
John Burchett.
Yes.
Darrell Jefferson.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Thank you, motion carries. And just a reminder to the public that the citywide garage sale will be May 20th through the 23rd. You do need to have a permit. They are available in the clerk's office for $5. The last day to register is May 18th, and maps will be available on May 19th. If you have any questions, please give the clerk's office a call at 741-5100. And that's all I have to report.
Any questions of city clerk? Thanks, Chris.
Thank you.
Moving on to our treasurer's report, our city treasurer, Glenn Conklin. Good evening, Glenn.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I'd like to report regular and overtime payroll from April 26th, 2021 through May 9th of 2021 in the amount of $234,559.94. I seek a motion to approve our list of bills in the total of $611,430.89.
So moved as presented.
Second.
Motion by Alderwoman Overland, seconded by Alderman Sepiti for the approval of the list of bills. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Darrell Jefferson.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Mark Sepiti.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Joe Kubal.
Yes.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
John Burchett.
Yes.
Motion carries.
I thank you all. I'll entertain any questions if you have them.
Any questions of city treasurer?
Thank you
Thanks,
and
Glenn.
good night.
Unfinished business. We have nothing on the agenda. Anyone? New business? Anybody? Committee liaison reports. Anybody?
Yes. I talked to Mr. Pritisil from the Czech Republic this week, and He had just been diagnosed with COVID, unfortunately, himself, even after having both of his shots. So they had already decided, though, they weren't going to have it this year. So I just wanted to pass the word around they are going to hold off another year.
Okay. In regards to the Memorial Day ceremony, we are going to go ahead with the Memorial Day ceremony to honor our veterans and our slain police officers. That is going to be on Monday, May 31st at 2 p.m. right outside in the Memorial Garden. Our entertainment is going to be by the Frankfurt Brass Band this year. We are going to have actually 2 guest speakers this year. We have Mr. Tony Arellano, who is a United States Army veteran, is going to be a guest speaker for the veterans. And actually, we are celebrating the 26th anniversary of our Crest Hill Police Memorial. Since we did not have a ceremony last year because of COVID, we are going to make it the 26th anniversary, and we're going to give them the proper credit and the proper due. Father Chris Grove from St. Mary Magdalene Church in Joliet, who is also the Joliet Police Captain, is going to be the guest speaker in regards to the police officers for the city of Crest Hill. So again, that will be on Monday, May 31st at 2 p.m. We will socially distance the best that we can. We'll be outdoors. We'll have chairs available. If you'd like to bring your own lawn chairs, feel free to. I will say that if it is inclement weather and it needs to be canceled, we will not move it to indoors simply because of the restrictions that have been placed on us with COVID-19. So let's pray for a nice day on May 31st, and we will have our ceremony to honor all of our deceased veterans and our police officers. We did have a work day last Friday on May 14th right outside, where I had a large group of volunteers who were present. We spread 7 yards of mulch around the garden and around the City Hall facilities in the near proximity to the Memorial Garden. And we pulled a lot of weeds, and we actually made it look very, very nice out there. I would certainly want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to several individuals who did show up on a volunteer basis and help to clean the garden and make it look as nice as it does right now, and for our Memorial Day ceremony, which will again be held on Memorial Day. I'd like to thank Alderwoman Claudia Gazal, our city treasurer Glenn Conklin, our Alderman Nate Albert. I would also like to thank Trent Albert, who was here and did a fantastic job with the rake, with the hoe and the broom. Also like to thank Bill Gallagher, Marge Keller, former police chief Dwayne Wilkerson, Nick Parks, Karen Kirk, and my wife Vicki Solomon. We're all here to help us. We actually got it done in just under 2 hours. Again, strictly on a volunteer basis, so thank you very much to everyone that showed up to help. That garden would not be maintained without the help of all the volunteers that we had. That is it for any committee and liaison reports that we have. We will move on to city council comments. These are positive city council comments. Anything you'd like to share with any of your constituents? We'll begin with Ward 4 this evening, Alderman Kumar.
Ray, I'd just like to point out, beginning June 2nd, Crest Hills Prairie Bluff patio will be offering free concerts every Wednesday and Thursday night through August. And just want to let folks know that's getting ready to start up here pretty soon. It'll be a run from 6:30 to 8:30 every Wednesday and Thursday night.
Alderman Albert?
Certainly would like to congratulate Joe Pesavento on his retirement again. 39 and a half years, and just really excited that Mark Seifert is starting his 39 and a half years here as Public Works Director.
Go 40.
So, yeah, just make it 40. Thanks.
Ward 3, Alderman Sapiti.
I'd like to echo what Nate just said about Joe, recognizing an amazing career, especially in law enforcement. That's really a sentiment to him, and he has the awards and accolades behind him, but also the respect of so many people that he's touched, and we heard many of those stories tonight, and I just want to congratulate him and thank him for his service.
Alderwoman Overland?
I also would like to reiterate what he just said about Officer Pezzavento. He was one in a million, as I said, and he really touched so many lives that we will never know as a city how many lives he touched. We know about the big things, but the day-to-day things, he had such a calming effect with people, and it truly was a gift. It really was, and I just, I am so honored to have been associated with him. And Mark, congratulations on your upcoming 40 years. Thank you.
Word to Alderwoman Gazal.
Congratulations to Pezzavento. Congratulations, Mark, Chief, Heather. And I also would like to make a quick announcement. On Wednesday, June 9th at 6 p.m., we'll have our meet at the park with the club at the Renaissance Park in Zauza subdivision, south of Zauza Drive. So 6 p.m., more details will come. Thank you, Mayor.
Alderman Jefferson.
Yes, Mayor, thank you. I'd like to just congratulate anyone and everyone, Mark, Police Chief Clark, Heather, and you guys being retained here, and I look forward to working with each and every one of you and making Crest Hill a beautiful place. Thank you.
Ward 1, Alderman Verche.
I'd like to congratulate Joe on his 39 years. Long time to be in one place. He started when things were nice for police officers, now they're not so nice for a police officer, and he held his ground. Congratulations, Joe. Congratulations, Chief.
Alderman Dyke.
Another congratulations to Joe. Joe did many great things for this city and its residents. Also, congratulations, Mark. You've been doing a great job, and I know you'll continue to do that. Thank you. And also want to remind everyone of Memorial Day. Hopefully everyone reminds and takes time to think of all the people that have served this country, what they've done for our freedoms. So if you see a vet out there, thank them, and of course those that gave the ultimate sacrifice. Everyone have a happy Memorial Day.
Okay, public comment. Anyone would like to address City Council, please step to the podium, state your name for the record. Your address is optional. Going once, twice.
I would like to say something, Mayor. As I said earlier, I have an announcement from Lady George from Family Outreach. He was not able to make it, so he sent a quick text, so bear with me. There's some misspelled check with all the corrects, so I will read this as fast as possible. Thank you again for your help and support in the past year. Now that the cities and villages are opening up again, we will not need to request the many tax days as we did last year, but we are thankful that the help through COVID-19. We will now apply to all those who are opening for that purpose as we requested our normal out-tagging in the city of Crest Hill. As for the food pantry, we will continue to wear masks and gloves and request that clients coming through wear masks and bring their own pens because we are a drive-through food pantry. We are not resisting families who prefer to come to us who are outside the area. However, the food product will still be first come, first served. So we suggest that clients not to wait till last hour to come. Also, due to the warm weather, we suggest the clients come at 7 a.m. to ensure the perishable food stays fresh. We do not take temperature, but suggest that only these volunteers will be in health condition. And thank you again to all the city council and the citizens of Crest Hill. Lady George from Family Outreach.
Okay. To our city administrator, Heather, is there a need for an executive session?
No, there is not, Mayor.
Motion to adjourn, Mayor.
We have a motion for an adjournment by Alderman Dyke, seconded by Alderman Verche. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Nate Albert,
Yes.
Joe Kubal,
Yes.
Scott Dyke,
Yes.
John Verche.
Yes.
Darrell Jefferson.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Mark Sepiti.
Yes.
Thank you, motion carries, and have a great night.
Thank you.
Meeting is adjourned at 7:50 p.m. Thank you and good evening.
Heather, can I ask you about that house?
Now it's
No,
official.
Tina,